Well, I'll tell you, I never did let it happen. And I didn't do the rage. You know, they want to do, and they're going to do, no doubt about it, a big an increase in age and wage, because what that means is you're going to go way up in terms of when you qualify.
Donald Trump speaking in Wisconsin today, saying something about age and wage. I don't even know what he's talking about, putting the audience instantly to sleep. Here, Donald Trump continues to whine and blame President Biden for his small crowd sizes. Let's play this clip.
We were up here on Saturday. We had a group, Tommy, I think it was maybe 50 or 60,000 people. And because we were not afforded the luxury of having enough security not because of Secret Service, but because of Washington, I spoke in front of about 700 people, and 50 or 60,000 people weren't able to see. And I think they still love me, but we have to make sure. We have to make sure. And you know what that was? That was the political opponent saying, we don't want him to have a crowd like that. But
Donald Trump then is unable to say the word hurricane. Play the clip.
The Hurricane Helene.
Donald Trump then says that it should be a great thing that he doesn't use a teleprompter while he uses a teleprompter. Play this clip.
By the way, isn't it nice to have a guy that doesn't need teleprompters to tell this story? Thank you. You know, I'm going through all these names, and it's not part of my thing. I'm going through all these names. You think Biden could do that? I don't think so. He can't.
Donald Trump then says Democrats are preventing people from getting water in bathrooms as he continues to lie and ramble. Play the clip.
Or actually, you got to see the bathrooms that they project for people. I can't talk to you about it because it's so gross. But basically, water-free bathrooms. Water-free. No water. This is not good. But these people are crazy. But the total for
Donald Trump was serving a complete and utter word salad today. Here he is again talking about student loans. Play this clip.
Never will. You can't do it. You know, remember their promise to, the education was going to get rid of the student loans? That didn't work out too well. And for the students out there, you didn't get it. They talked about it for 3 years. They didn't get it. And just a wasted promise. I just hope everyone knows you're not getting it because they never got it. They said they were going to get it, but I get what we want. I get 100% of what we want instead of raising.
Now, what Donald Trump doesn't tell you there, because he lies about everything, is that he's the reason, and the MAGA Republicans and the right-wing Supreme Court justices he appointed are the reason that President Biden was not able to forgive all of the student loan debt that Biden wanted to, because it was blocked by Trumpers. That's what went down. Nonetheless, Biden did a significant job on that front. Also, Donald Trump's lying that he's accomplished 100% of things that he said. He just lies about everything. Donald Trump then says Democrats and Biden are trying to prevent windows in Manhattan. Play this clip.
And again, we have more of it. We don't even use it. We don't even go for it. They don't let us take it out environmentally, they spend all their time and energy on the Green New scam. Do you ever know, though? They don't talk about that anymore. When was the last time you heard about the Green New scam? They don't talk about it. You know why? Because it doesn't work. They wanted $93 trillion. The ultimate plan was $93 trillion. They wanted to rip down all the buildings in Manhattan, those gorgeous buildings with those big, beautiful windows. And they wanted to rebuild them without windows, because without windows is more energy efficient. Tell somebody you're going to take 40,000 feet of office space, but you have no windows. This is what they want. These people are crazy. They're crazy. Take a look at some of them are actually, you got to see the bathrooms that they project for people. I can't talk to you about it because it's so gross. But basically, water-free bathrooms. Water-free. No water. This is not good. But these people are crazy. But
Donald Trump then lies and says that Mayor Eric Adams from New York was indicted because of his stance on immigration. Play this clip.
And if you fight it, you get indicted. The mayor of New York. You fight it, you get indicted. He was appalled at what was happening, and they indicted him. And I predicted it. I said he'll be indicted within a year, because I saw he was saying, this is horrible. This is horrible for our city. I mean, we have thousands and thousands of people all over the streets, and they're rough people. They're rough.
Yes, Donald Trump saying that the Department of Justice there was weaponized against a Democratic mayor from New York who allegedly took significant bribes from Turkey because of his stance on immigration. Like what? Everything with these MAGAs is a lie and a conspiracy. Here, Donald Trump continues on his speech and again, rambling as he put his audience to sleep from the speech in the first 60 seconds. Play this clip.
Don't do that in the military. You take your orders. I said, that's strange. I don't know if that's a good system or bad. In one way, it's good, but in a lot of ways, it's probably bad. I said, so what? Do you know how to do it? Yes, sir, I do. So how long would it take? We've been fighting them for years, and they say it would take 5 years to get rid of them. How long? We can do it in 4 weeks, sir. What? We can knock them out in 4 weeks. I said, 4 weeks? You got to understand, these guys are like central casting. He said he had a drill sergeant that was better looking and tougher than any guy you could ever put into a movie. You know, we've had a couple of them. Have you ever seen where the drill sergeant goes in and he has these actors, big name actors, and he's trying to teach them how to become a drill sergeant in the movie. He's a drill sergeant. And after about 5 minutes, the actor said, I could never do that because it's a different level, okay, of toughness. And one movie, what was that great movie that was made where a Full Metal Jacket? You know,
he then spends his campaign speech talking about the movie Full Metal Jacket. Play it.
One movie, what was that great movie that was made where a Full Metal Jacket? You know, it's a very, they took somebody from the military, a top drill sergeant, right? Oh, that's good. Stand up. That's great. Full Metal Jacket, right? He was supposed to get the Academy Award. He should have gotten it, but he actually, you know, honestly, he wasn't acting, but he was unbelievable in that movie. So he was teaching, I don't want to use the names, but big stars. And they couldn't, they were really bad. And then one of the producers came in from one of the big studios, MGM, whatever it was, and he saw this guy saying, do it this way, and he's screaming like crazy. They right in the guy's face this far. And he said, I don't think the actor can do that. Anyway, they end up hiring the guy that was supposed to teach. He went through 5 actors, and every one of them was weak and not believable. And he went through 5, and then the guy sees it. He said, maybe we could get this guy, but nobody ever heard of him. He was in the military. And it ended up to be one of the greatest movies because of him, largely because of him. And he was supposed to get the Academy Award, but they didn't, you know, because he wasn't part of the establishment, to put it mildly, right? But he was great. How good was that movie, right? Doesn't get too much better. That's great. I like that.
He then attacks American military generals and says that they're too woke and he's going to stop woke generals. Play this clip.
You should get there based on military victory, not because of that. But you could keep these people like that fought for me so brilliantly. You could put them in a woke cage. We go to woke cage for 2 years, scream at them, only woke stuff. And when they come out, they'll say, let's go USA, let's go MAGA. They'll say, we want MAGA. They won't be convinced. They won't be convinced. Tommy, they're not going to be woke. I guarantee that. I met them. They're not wokesters.
How are you going to make them look, Donald? You want to make them look like the Russian generals? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that's working out really well for Putin. Donald Trump then lies and says that he opposed the Iraq war, even though he's on record at the time of supporting it. And then he adds that Bush should have kept the oil. Play this clip.
Remember, I used to say, don't go into Iraq. Don't do it. To Bush. Don't do it. Don't go into Iraq. But they went into Iraq. Then they were there. I said, all right, you're there. Keep the oil. Just keep the oil. Remember, I used to say, keep the oil. You know, Iraq has more oil than almost anybody. It's like massive. But they didn't keep the oil. And they have hundreds of billions of dollars right now.
And if you want to know, like, the coverage of these events, like, okay, what networks out there kind of covering these things? There's a network called RSBN, Right Side Broadcast Network, that does a lot of this coverage. And just listen to their pre-coverage of Donald Trump's, if you want to call it a speech. Here, let's play this.
And look at Tim Walz. He's the face of the Democrat Party right now, right? Representing the men over there. And he's truly not representing the masculine men in America. He seems pretty low testosterone. And these young kids are just, they're not having it. They want to keep the traditional masculinity strong in America. And we need that more than ever, because if masculine men don't stand up, then the country falls.
That's the thing that they say over and over again there, where they're like, oh, people like Governor Walz are like betas and you got to be alphas. And I've been spending a lot of time talking about this here on the MeidasTouch Network. It's important to me because you have all of these MAGAs teaching young boys that to be alpha means you have to like treat women disrespectfully or like beat down on marginalized communities and bully people. And I just think that's complete and utter crap. I just think we need to address that as well. Anyway, here Donald Trump then says something about restoring light and hope, and that when his administration starts, the invasion will begin and deportations will begin. That's his closing message. Here, play this clip.
We will restore light and hope, and I will make America safe again. On day one of my new administration, the invasion ends and the deportation begins.
Donald Trump continues to spread the lies that towns in the Midwest are being held hostage by migrants. Show you this.
I will send in federal law enforcement to liberate every Midwestern town that has been taken over by migrant gangs and criminal alien thugs. We will send them back, and we will take back our country soon. We'll be using local police.
That was really it. Very low energy speech, putting his audience to sleep. His heart's really just kind of not in it. Anyway, tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers together. Thank you for watching.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram at MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.